What is up, YouTube? My name is Gio, and welcome to another episode of The Acolyte. We're on episode 6. We're so close to the end, but I have no clue what's gonna happen. I'm assuming that in this episode we're gonna finally see something new from Soul's perspective or whatever. It's gonna completely undermine what episode 3 was showing, how the Jedis were acting or whatever, and it's gonna be weird. It's not gonna make any sense. But you know what? That's just the name of the game of The Acolyte. So let's just get into this. Good morning, Dahmer. Was that whole scene really necessary? Seriously, was it really essential for her to look at every article of her clothing? She could have just gotten a dagger and the audience could have gotten across, okay, this is her stuff, and then cut to this. Like, it feels like I'm nitpicking. I'm really not, but just it seems pointless. Just get on with it. And I have this going on 1.2 times speed right now, so I can imagine it was only slower for the rest of y'all. Is this Act 2? Is that Act 2 from The Last Jedi? Because if so, show you better tread lightly. The last thing you want to do is remind people The Last Jedi exists. Unknown planet. My money's on Act 2. My money's on Act 2. Back to Kofar.
May, in this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing screen.
What do you want me to do?
There is a much larger threat than we anticipated.
I'm sorry, what?
Osha, I'm going to reset the transceiver. Take the wheel.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Did I miss something in the last episode? Okay. Okay, show. Okay. How dare you attack this man in such a vulnerable state? How dare you? Have some class, woman. But seriously, if she does manage to kill him here, she may be smarter than like 90% of the characters in Star Wars. Kill the enemy when they're at their most vulnerable. Nothing more vulnerable than this, if you ask me.
How does it feel?
Feels good.
Doesn't it? To hold one in your hand again. I assume you didn't keep your own saber when you left the Order.
So they did switch places. I thought for a second, because with the tattoo that they showed at the start, I'm like, it got me questioning, but like, did I miss something? Genuinely, did I miss something from the last episode? Like, no, we're running this back. We're running this to hell back right now.
You never could block.
Oh, she did. She did switch herself. You know what? That's on me. That's on me. I'm more than willing to admit when I completely just missed something, and I just completely missed this. Absolutely missed it. Is that this is why she was doing this, to end up switching with Osha. Maybe I was freaking out about something else. That's on me. Oh my god, I can only imagine what the comments were. A little peek behind the curtains right now. I've already about to upload my episode 4 reaction. Episode 5 is obviously already recorded. Then it's going to be edited soon. I gotta do some more main video stuff before I get started on that. And now I have this one. So it's been about a week since I watched The Acolyte, and just didn't even put this together, that this is what the plan was. So that's on me. That is on me. I'm willing to admit and I'm just being a fucking idiot. Good job, Gio. Fantastic.
Stay where you are.
You're not gonna join me. I'd like to put my clothes back on.
Wow, I'm really slow today. That took a hot second to click in my head what he was saying. Whoa. Unless you're gonna join me, you know. Can I put my pants on? You know what? I wouldn't fault Osha. I wouldn't fault Osha if she's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, You know what? This man has his priorities straight. You know, I knew I liked him for a reason. I knew I liked this character for a reason.
I'm wondering if it's honorable to kill me like this. Heat of battle is justified.
Yo, she peeked. She did a quick, like she checked out to make sure, like, huh? Like, damn, I didn't know you had 3 legs. Oh, why am I like this?
Why bring me here? Why not kill me? Did you kill Sol?
No.
Did you kill May?
No. Interesting you ask about him first, though. A special relationship, isn't it? Master and pupil?
So now that I know what's going on right now, the idea now of May actually being like with Sol right now is actually a very interesting thing to me. I'm actually really curious about how they're gonna go about this. Like, is May gonna commit to trying to kill him? Gonna try to get some answers? Maybe there's gonna be like a balance struck like in between. I know it's insane to have some kind of like hope for some decent writing when it comes to The Acolyte of all things, but you know what? I have to be hopeful, right? I have to be. I mean, how much worse can it get? I feel like those are my famous last words.
You saved us, Osha. That man, he corrupted your sister. He pushed me to a place I'm sorry. It's time for me to face the High Council, to tell them everything.
What did you do? For the love of God, explain to me, what did you do that at night y'all all took Osha and May went all Dahmer on us? Freaking arsenics. Like, just tell me already. You're pissing me off at this point.
Do you want to take a look?
Give me a couple minutes.
What is it, Mark? We received a distress call from Master Sol. Apparently he's on a mission in the Outer Rim.
What did he say?
There were casualties.
Prepare a rescue team to depart for the planet Kofar immediately.
How do you know where he is?
I sent him there.
You speak as if you were a Jedi.
I was, a long time ago.
The galaxy far, far away.
I've never heard. Why'd you bring me here?
Why do you think?
Leverage?
Everyone does seem to want you.
To be fair though, if I had to choose between flexible mechanic or female Dahmer, I feel like the answer is pretty obvious.
If you keep me here, Sol comes to you. He's found me before. And his strength in the Force is very powerful.
That's your strength in the Force, Osha. I'd start swimming if you want to make it to the ship before sundown. Or you could wait for the tide to go out.
What do I feel like this is going to be a situation like the Prince and the Piper? The Pauper? This right here. This is what I'm talking about. So where like two people that look very similar from each other, they switch lives or whatever, and then they end up getting a better understanding of the other person. So I feel like this is what this episode is going to be going for. Is that Osha and May, they switch up, jump, they get like a better understanding on why May corrupted or why Osha went for the Jedi, and they end up meeting somewhere in the middle. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. I'm really huffing like the stiffest copium possible. You have no clue. I'm just desperate for something good. I beg you, please.
What if I reset you to factory settings? Can you run a check on the power system?
What have you done to Pip, you monster? You know what? What? Burning down your entire home, threatening to kill your sister at a young age? Nah. That's all nothing. How dare you do that to Pip, you bastard! Aww. Their little penis noses are rubbing.
The Jedi teach there's only one way to access the Force. And if you don't do it their way, it fades. Anger, fear, loss, desire.
That's the path to the dark side.
Semantics.
So wait a minute. So if the Jedi are teaching that if you don't do the Force in this way, you lose your abilities to use the Force. I'm assuming that's what they're going for. Is that like, this is how they used to think, and then eventually they were proven wrong. I think that's what they're doing right now. I'm gonna go with that because it makes me want to hurt myself less. But we're gonna go with that.
You murdered my friends.
I killed those who threatened my existence.
You killed Yord.
And not your best argument,
Who
Osha.
did to turn you in for a crime you didn't commit?
Yeah,
You
f***
killed
yours.
Jackie.
And where did you think that was going to go? You would have had the same relationship with her that you have with your master. Why do you love people who can only go so far?
I'm not my sister. I'm not that easily corrupted.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Damn, that angle.
You stayed here to do something. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
Put
it.
it on.
Actually, don't. I like this character. Don't do it.
A Jedi doesn't attack the unarmed.
They didn't want you. What you're feeling right now, this anger, this pain, this is who you are. That's why they threw you away. Why aren't you a Jedi, Osha?
Because I failed!
I understand. I lost everything. But when you lose everything, that's when you're finally free.
I gotta give the actor that plays Kulmir this. He's a very charismatic character. Like, the way he talks, it's very convincing. He nails that, like, oh, what's the kind of voice? Like, enthralling voice, I guess that's a word for it. I'll give the actor that credit. I'll give him that.
Have you heard from Master Soul?
No, but our team is ready and we depart in 20. You get nauseous when you travel through hyperspace?
I don't get sick.
What is the purpose of this scene? Go back to the other stuff. I'm actually interested in that other stuff. I actually want to see how that develops. Why are we here? I don't care what's happening. Now, one scene showed it all. Oh, okay, let's depart a team. I don't even know that she gets hyper speed sick or whatever the hell you call it. I don't care. Just go back to the other stuff. That's where the story is. Wow, my voice regressed all the way back to 13. Look what you're doing to me, show. You're making me regress in age.
I ran a diagnostic. Had to restart the system. Should be 5 minutes or so.
How could I not have sensed that villain's true intentions?
I think when you really want something, it can cloud your mind. You see what you want to see. He fooled us all. I had to lose a lot of myself in order to become a Jedi, even if I didn't know it at the time. Have you told me everything that happened on Brentok? You can tell me.
No. Tell her. Come on. Tell her. God damn it! For the love of all that is holy, just tell us what happened. Stop cock-teasing us, stop tickling your asshole, and just tell us what the f*** happened.
Can you hear me?
Identify yourself.
My name is...
Oh, now you sensed it. Okay, so now you sensed. Or is it the... Hey, it's the little guy! Let's go!
Master Soul, the rescue team is on their way. Leave your transponder on.
Soul, where the hell are you going? Now, I do have a question, which it could just be me being absolutely stupid, but is May's plan still to turn herself into the Jedi? Is that still her plan? Because she's had like 5 different plans at this point. It first started off, okay, kill these Jedi without a weapon, or at least kill one of them without a weapon. Then it became, okay, let me turn myself into the Jedi because my loyalty is to Osha. And now it's to doing whatever she's doing now with Soul? I guess, like, I'm very confused. I don't know what May's plan here is, and it's never good when you don't know, like, what a character wants. Especially a main character. When you're this deep into a show, like, we have about 2 episodes left after this one. And I still don't know what these characters want. With Osha, the best thing we got is she wants to kind of, like, deal with her sister, kinda, maybe. Even then, Osha's thing is a bit iffy. With Soul, I don't know what he wants. Maybe he wants to hide what he did in the past. Maybe he wants to explain what he did in the past. I don't know. The only character we actually have a good idea on what they want is Quamir. But even then, that's still a bit iffy because we have to be very vague where it's like, okay, he wants to, like, show the hypocrisy of the Jedi. But it's at least tangible enough to where we're like, okay, I can kind of understand and get behind this character. It's why he's probably the character that I find the most interesting, is because I actually know what he wants now. Granted, it took like half the fucking season in order to get there, but I at least know what he wants now. With all these other characters, I have no clue what they want. I don't know what their end goal is. So it just feels like we're just running around until we run into the next plot point to advance the story forward. Or whatever this is called at this point, because it's barely a story. It barely is a plot. I don't know where this is going. And it's not a good way to where it's like, oh, I wonder where this is going to go next. No, I genuinely don't know where this is going to go next. I feel like the writers should have spent a lot more time really establishing Osha and May and what they want. Whether they want out of these interactions with each other, with the Jedi, with Quamir, all that. I feel like they needed so much more screen time explaining that. This is just terrible writing. Terrible writing. My case in point, why are we here? Go back to the interesting stuff. Why are we here? Don't fix the helmet. It looks so stupid. Don't fix the helmet. For the love of God, Quamir, never put that helmet back on. Never put it back on. It looks so stupid. Just please don't.
Could you give the same pitch to my sister?
I made a mistake with May. I thought she wanted more than just revenge. I thought she wanted what I want.
What do you want?
The power of two.
Where'd you get that scar?
Someone who threw me away.
Your Jedi Master?
Kurtosis. Handy against lightsabers, but also a sensory deprivation headpiece. Like we used as younglings. So it's just you and the Force.
Okay, that piece of metal, that material breaks so fucking much in Star Wars. Like, genuinely, it breaks so much. Stop introducing new material. Beskar created enough problems in the Mandalorian. Like, but at least that was established as rare, so I can kind of give it a pass. But if you're not going to establish this as rare, let me ask you a question. Show. Why the fuck isn't everyone using this? Why not? It's just... It seems like great protection against other lightsabers. Clearly, there's a history of frickin' Sith that are being created, or at least there's a history of Jedi or other people that could use the Force. Even if we go with, okay, it's not needed because there isn't really a large, like, Sith or a lot of interactions with the Sith right now. Even if that is the argument, once there is... Why wasn't this busted out? You're telling me there's nowhere in the Jedi archives that are just like, hey, this material counteracts our main weapon that we use. Really? You're telling me that's nowhere in the history books? Nowhere. I find that so hard to believe. And I hate when Star Wars adds these new materials to counteract lightsabers, because all it does just leads to more questions about the future, especially when you introduce this stuff in the past. Why? Why?
Try it on.
I don't trust you.
But you should learn to trust yourself.
How did they find him? We needed a tracker just to get there, and you were able to find him like that? What?
Whole aim was to leave no survivors.
What? Oh, I forgot this was in the I forgot about this was in the trailer. The whip. The whip fucking lightsaber. Cool concept, but how the fuck does that work? Genuinely, how the fuck does that work? Like, you can't be adding these new things in the past and not have an explanation on why they're not used later on. Like, you just make things so much more difficult for me. Why? How does this work? Someone in the comment section tell me right now, down below. How does this whip lightsaber work? Please, I need answers. And you know what? I can't be f***ed to figure out how.
I have no intention of harming you, May. We have a lot to do. We need to find your master. We need to save Osha. But first, you and I are going to talk. I've had 16 years to think about what I would say to you if I ever got the opportunity.
Okay. Are we finally gonna get it? We're gonna finally figure out what happened back then? Why the f would we? Why the f would we? Okay, that was a pretty long, dark cut. Okay, sure, whatever. I would laugh if it was like too big for her head. It looks so stupid. It looks so dumb. So that was episode 6 of The Acolyte, and I feel like I think I'm understanding like what this show's problem is, and that is the fact it doesn't know what the hell to focus on. Like, genuinely, it does not know. It has attention deficit disorder. It's me. It's ADHD as fuck. Like, this episode would have been so much better if it actually had the main focus being Osha learning more about May and her corruption, and May learning about Osha and her time, like, with the Jedi. Like all they had to do was have Soul figure out that May was impersonating Osha earlier in the episode, like at the jump of the episode, like being able to sense, like, you are not Osha. Like, that's how strong his bond is with Osha, or at least was with Osha. They can sense the difference between her and May. Then you could have the rest of the episode of them having this talk, having this argument, going back and forth, and then we could actually get some maybe understanding with May, understanding, like, oh, this is why Osha let the Jedi die. This is why she stayed with them for so long. Or maybe Soul can start to reconsider some things. I don't know, but it feels like that the focus is not where it should be, because I still don't know what these characters want. I don't know what their end goal is. Again, the only character I know what their end goal is, especially after this episode, is Quamir. He wants to restart the Sith, the power of two. He was betrayed by his master, was thrown aside, and now he wants us to bring back the Sith to show the hypocrisy of the Jedi. Quamir is no doubt the best character in the show, and that's because they are making us know, okay, these are his intentions. This is what he wants. This is his desires. This is why he does what he does. It's character writing. It's basic character writing. But we get none of that for Osha, May, or any of the other characters. And then we have, like, individual cuts and small scenes of, like, the other Jedis looking for them that could just be cut and not used at all in favor of more scenes to develop our main lead actresses. Like, what the are you doing, show? This episode isn't horrific, but it's what the episode represents. It represents the awful writing and how it just plagues this show, like, so much. Like, there's something here. I'm convinced that there's something here that could have been well written, well talked about, and brought up some discussion. I genuinely think that, but it just fails on every account. It's tragedy. It's a goddamn tragedy. But you know what? I think I rambled on enough. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction to The Acolyte. We're almost done. And I think after this, I think by the time I'm done, this is all uploaded, I think I'm going to start reacting to Agatha all along. I feel like that's a good jumping on point for the next reaction, to kind of think, like, oh, God, Disney, what the are you doing? Because I don't know how that show is going to be. I doubt it's going to be good. But you know what? We'll go in optimistically. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like to be new to the channel, hit the like and the subscribe button. And also, if you have other suggestions of things you want me to react to, leave it down in the comment section down below. Anyway, my name is G.I.Gio. I will talk to you all later. Peace.